It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my friends, and I mean that, my buddies, my pals, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is you get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. It's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We are live from Boston for an Eastern Conference contest with the Celtics. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. After this one game on the road, the Raptors will head back to Toronto. They come into this one very confident. They feel like this is a game they should win against a team that struggled. We'll see if they can take care of business.
And I think for Toronto, I know they've got their sights set on home court advantage in the playoffs this year. And because of that, they're going to be anxious not to spend too much time outside of that top spot.
But we're already seeing a few kinks in their armor. Maybe it's just early season issues that they'll eventually work out. But they may not be quite as strong as everyone thought they may be.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, thank you, Kevin. Hey, this Celtics team has established defense as a key part of its identity. Coach Brad Stevens said, it's got to be our DNA. If it's not, we're in trouble. And forward Jay Crowder added, we play hard. Guys don't like that in this league. They want an easy, flowing game, but we play hard. Kevin?
They've got some tough physical players, D.A. They don't take plays off. We'll get a chance to see two very stout defensive teams here, Steve. Points are going to be hard to come by.
Yeah, you're going to have to find a way to get some easy buckets. But both these teams, they take away your first and second options. Little things like offensive rebounds, second chance points might make the difference.
They make you pay, though, don't they? Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Buyer beware, or driver beware. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Toronto right now, DeRozan and Carroll are out on the wing. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Ibaka, and it's Joseph in the point. Kicks to DeRozan. Ibaka with a screen on Brown. DeRozan dishes to Carroll. Shoots from the baseline. Crowder with the steal. Inside, Horford. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And for me, one of the more unsung players in the league, Al Horford, a 2-time national champion at the University of Florida, one of the most skilled and versatile big men in our league, and he hasn't gotten the attention I believe he deserves.
He misses the free throw. And with Horford's free agency looming this last summer, last season was a tricky spot for the Atlanta Hawks. Would they be able to keep him?
Yeah, and you go back to the lack of exposure he's gotten. I mean, from the Dominican Republic, he's a Spanish-speaking star. I mean, his marketing and endorsement potential in bigger markets, something he is well aware of.
And he sinks the second.
And the Celtics, really since the departure of the Big Three and Rajon Rondo, doing an amazing job of stockpiling assets and draft picks all along while still being competitive. So you had to know, though, that front office wouldn't hesitate to make a big move. This is an organization that seeks to compete for championships and nothing else.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Unloads. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Thomas, it's a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. On defense, Boston. And the Celtics last season in a quote-unquote rebuild mode. And yet, Greg, they were among the best teams in the NBA, certainly the East. Did they need to make any trades?
You know, they basically had to start combining assets. They were already one of the deepest teams in the league. They had 3 first-round picks in that 16 draft, 3 second-rounders. At some point, you have to make a quantity for quality trade because you only get 15 spots.
Well, with how great DeMar DeRozan is at scoring, you know he's going to get to the line a few times every game.
First trip to the line for him here. That's good from DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan has turned the corner from being a guy who helps with the scoring load to a guy who can carry the scoring load. Has a lot of ways to put up points on the board.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both. And Steve, for DeRozan and his scoring impact, not only have his points gone up, but he's scoring at a more efficient rate, not just a volume shooter anymore.
Well, started off as a slasher. Now he's a guy comfortable in the mid-range, handling the basketball, getting to the free throw line. It is scary if he can add the 3-ball.
Thomas passes to Johnson. Outside for Thomas. Drops one in from the wing. DeRozan with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against Minnesota.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Now here's Valanciunas. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Brown wide open. He fires. Off target from 3-point range. Raptors trail by 3. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan from 17 feet out. Stolen by Thomas. It's Brown with the drive. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
He got the ball inside, realized right away he had a mismatch, and took him right to school.
The Raptors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Valanciunas with a screen on Brown. And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. DeRozan against Brown. DeRozan's shot is off.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going. And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Brown. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
First free throw is good. And here at the midway point of the season, the infamous rookie wall can become an issue for the younger players in the game. Was that an issue for you?
You know, I was hard-headed, Kevin. I said, rookie wall, I'll be fine. Around middle of January, ooh, did I hit it.
Did you really?
You feel it.
What are the effects? What are the things, the warning signs?
It feels like you're walking in quicksand. You know, you're jumping, you're timing, everything is gone.
Now we've seen DeMar DeRozan become more and more consistent as a scorer the last few years in the league. Steady, a big reason why is that he's attacking the basket more often and getting to the free throw line more frequently.
He's so comfortable now with the dribble. He's always been athletic, but able to handle the basketball, get where he wants to in the lane. Last season, he had a game where he made 24 out of 25 free throws. That was one off the record for the most attempts in a game without a miss.
Now here's Smart. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And it goes down 2 points. Crowder's got his first points in this one. Raptors trail by 5. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Back to Joseph. Passes it to Valanciunas. There's the dish to Carroll. Jacks up a 3. DeRozan's shot is off.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Thomas. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Shot clock at 2. Puts up a 3. A shot by Crowder, no good. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Carroll. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
DeMar Carroll, the Alabama product, pretty much a specialist when you start talking about a guy on the defensive end. Now you have to add to his repertoire a guy that can knock down the 3-ball.
And Carroll is a prototypical 3 and D player. Shoots just under 40% most years from deep, and you cannot ignore his defense.
No, not at all. He's one of the best in the business on the ball and off the ball. He uses his length and his quickness to be able to guard those terrific wing players.
And the first one at the line is good. And last season, DeMar Carroll missed a lot of time, Steve. Signed the big deal with Toronto, coming from Atlanta. But he was only able to make an appearance in 26 games last year for the Raps.
Yeah, definitely, unfortunately. DeMar Carroll's one of those guys you want to have him on the court because he makes positive plays. You talk about his defense, but on the offensive end, he can give you a lot. He can knock down that corner 3.
Carroll hits them both.
DeMar Carroll doesn't get to the line a terrible amount of times for a wing player, but you know what you like about him? When he gets there, he can convert them.
Now, here's Thomas. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The definition of a gamer, Marcus Smart, a real blue-collar player, Greg.
It really fits in well with how the Celtics want to play. They want those fire breathers on the floor. His anger got the best of him at times in the past, and that altercation he had with an opposing fan back in college might have given some teams pause. The Celtics want guys who care, and he definitely does.
No good on that one.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
Good on the second free throw. And Toronto is such an explosive offense. They can torch you in so many ways. Steve, how do you contain the Raptors?
Well, they play such a slow pace. Some people don't realize the efficiency of this offense. I think the main key is you have to try to keep them off the free throw line. That's a huge part of their offensive attack. He knew he had a matchup he wanted, and he did a great job rising up and knocking the shot down with ease.
Thomas dishes to Horford. And here is Johnson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando. Here's DeRozan. That shot is off. And it's Boston the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Fatigue comes into play when games go into overtime, and you saw they just had no gas left in the tank in that loss.
And it had been something that had been talked about in the past via trade, but Al Horford joined Boston in the offseason via free agency. Was the fit that he wanted team-wise, and Horford was ready for a new challenge. So great fit with this roster and the city of Boston.
The first one falls. And Al Horford got a max deal to come to the Boston Celtics, GA. He's on the wrong side of 30, but when you look at his game, his all-star resume, you don't see a real sharp decline coming.
Great point, Kevin, and that's why the Celtics were willing to give Horford the contract they gave him. It was one of the bigger free agent names on the market. You knew that the Celtics would want to make a splash in free agency, and he was their guy.
The Raptors has embraced a physical style of play. Strong on the glass, forcing a lot of turnovers, and offensively, they live at the free throw line.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Valanciunas. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Here's Smart. Tries again, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
And Carroll gets it to go. And as you always say, the Raptors play tough, but they also play under control.
That's the key. They force turnovers and they draw fouls, but don't commit them at the other end. The sign of a well-coached team, it gives them a huge advantage.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Definitely. He saw some stuff he didn't like out there, and I think taking this time to calm his guys down is the right call.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Amir Johnson. Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Damari Carroll. Celtics leading by 5. Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Horford. To the middle. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
But what he does is uses his body extremely well to shield off the defenders from the basketball.
Here's Thomas, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Thomas passes to Olynyk. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Olynyk's got his first points of the night.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Valanciunas with a screen on Thomas. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Lets it go from 14. Crowder with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Horford. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That one on DeRozan.
And Jay Crowder really kind of stuck as a role player in Dallas, sent the Celtics in the Rondo trade, and boy, has he been a culture setter for Boston. The consummate pro, one of the most competitive players in our league, and he's become a difference maker on both ends. I think he's improved tremendously in the past season. Credit him and Coach Brad Stevens.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Yarebko's checked in for Crowder. Young is subbed in for Thomas. So he gets them both. And one of the things that stands out about Jay Crowder is that at 6'6", 235, very physically strong.
Yeah, he plays bigger than his height, not shy about throwing his weight around, and one of the league leaders in steals per game. He can cover on the wing and body you up on the block. And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Joseph, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Inside, here's Olynyk. That one doesn't drop. Nice feed from Valanciunas. Raptors trail by 9. Now Joseph. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
5 on the clock. Here's Powell. That's short off the rim. Boston leading by 9. From deep three-point range, Yarebko can't get it to go. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And DeRozan throws it down.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
Smart with the ball. He feeds it to Olynyk. He dishes it to Yarebko. The pass to Smart. He kicks it to Olynyk. Boston again missing. Raptors trail by 7. Joseph dishes to Valanciunas. To the paint. Here's Patterson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Celtics making a switch here. Green's checked in.
Just a solid player, Patrick Patterson. Comes off the bench, but he also can play starters minutes. Slightly undersized, but finds a way to get it done.
That free throw good from Patterson. And with Patterson, the Kentucky product, he's very comfortable both inside and outside on the offensive end.
Yes, also as a starter coming off the bench, but I think he's more effective coming off the bench. He brings instant offense for his team.
Nice shot by Smart.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Powell. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Count that one.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
Boston leading by 4. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Smart kicks to Young. And here is Olynyk. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Good on the bucket. Uredko's got his first 2 points of the night.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
To the inside, Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting 42% to begin this game. Smart passes to Green. Shoots a fader. That shot no good. Raptors trail by 4. 51 seconds left in the first. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And the Celtics a stifling defensive ball club under head coach Brad Stevens.
I mean, tremendous perimeter defenders. One of the top-rated teams in the league in terms of steals. And even without being a dominant defensive rebounding and shot blocking team, they were so good on the wings that it didn't matter.
And he knocks down the first one.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
And Patterson drops them both. And the Raptors with a die-hard fan base. The fan support only getting stronger as they've become a consistent factor in the Eastern Conference.
This team is unique in the NBA. They represent the entire nation of Canada. Toronto's the league's 5th largest market. A lot of fans from far and wide tuning in and rooting them on.
And the 7-footer, Jakob Poeltl, a smooth, fluid athlete for his size. And he's got tremendous bloodlines, guys. Both of his parents were members of the Austrian national volleyball team.
And Poeltl picking basketball over volleyball. I guess you could say it worked out for him.
Yeah, I mean, they said growing up in Vienna, there wasn't a good youth volleyball program nearby, so he just went with hoops. And standing 7'1", I'd have to say it's worked out pretty good for the big fella.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his size. A 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Here's Uredko. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Really, a combination of smart coaching and even better execution. When you have that, the game comes easily to you.
Now here's Smart. There's a good screen. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Boston on top. They lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And Corey Joseph, born in Toronto, gives us his thoughts about returning north of the border via free agency.
Oh, I played a big part in that. You know, ever since I was growing up, I was a Toronto Raptors fan. You know, growing up, watching them, you know, just having it in my dreams, me, my brother, and, you know, Tristan, Mike, all those guys playing together, just knowing if we get the opportunity, you know, just trying to make the best out of it.
And having won a championship with the Spurs in 2014, you wonder how much of Joseph's experience can carry over to help the Raptors.
You know, it's always good to have rings in the locker room, especially for big games. And what I like about Joseph is that he's just now starting to realize his potential.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
What heart and desire thus far. Really incredible nose for the ball so far in this one.
The big men, Jerebko and Johnson. Isaiah Thomas out there with Green, and it's Brown in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Thomas, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Jakob Poeltl. Well, Isaiah Thomas, a first-time All-Star in 2016, only the second player in NBA history, 5'9" or shorter, to merit that honor. I didn't know that.
Yeah, following in the footsteps of the legendary Calvin Murphy. And for a guy taken with the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft, Thomas no longer Mr. Irrelevant. Another step in his quest to become the best under 6-foot basketball player to ever lace him up.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Patrick Patterson. And he makes both free throws. A lot of great shooters in the league with that high rainbow arc. The studies show it helps you get more of the rim to shoot at than coming in from an angle. Steve, you were learning to shoot, of course, at one time in your career. Was getting a high arc on your shot something you were taught?
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, though, Kevin, some guys have too much of a high arc, and I think it hurts them. I think you got to get the right balance. You got to stay in the gym, watch video, and get a chance to just get a good rhythm. Because on some shots closer in, you don't want to shoot it that high. You just got to get a measurement on where you're at on the floor at all times.
Interesting, too. There are very few guys whose jump shot all look alike. They're all different in some ways. Do you think?
It is. I think guys do get in trouble if you don't have enough arc. But I think some guys have higher, some guys have it right in the middle. It depends on the shot and where you're taking it from.
And the quickness of the release. And there's so much built into this. Now Tucker, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go, used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said, "I really respect what he does. His team executes. I'll still watch his Butler tape. Trying to learn some stuff, to be honest with you. High praise indeed, fellas."
And Popovich, really the godfather of the active coaches right now, D.A. His voice carries certainly a lot of weight in this league. Thank you. Raptors have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Jay Crowder's checked in for Boston. Raptors also changing it up. Tamari Carroll's checked in for Poeltl. And it's DeRozan in for Powell. Both free throws good from Tucker.
We know a lot about Dwayne Casey's coaching career. Been an assistant for numerous years. Now he's a head coach. But let's take it back. He was a top recruit coming out of high school. He helped lead Kentucky to a national title in 1978.
And Green gets it to go. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. They set the pick. Dishes it to Ibaka. Rejected by Crowder.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And it's Brown missing. And Casey went straight from playing at Kentucky to an assistant coaching position there in Lexington.
He's been coaching for almost 4 decades, coaching Japan for a time, a long-time NBA assistant. He's a lifer.
Here's Thomas following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Now Tucker, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Whose man is that?
Pass to DeRozan. Launches a three, and there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Al Horford, he's checked in for Green. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Not really his range, and it's off target. Raptors with the lead. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Bucket is good. Crowder's got 9 points.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Outside DeRozan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Look how comfortable he is today shooting the basketball. You can tell DeRozan is feeling it.
Thomas dishes to Horford. Outside Crowder from beyond the arc. Crowder with another miss.
And after hitting only 1 3 in the first quarter, he has none here in the second.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Up the floor. Here's Tucker. Misses the slam off the fast break. Boston trail. Here's Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
And the skills of Brown. Not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Feeds it to DeRozan. Kicks it to Tucker. Buries the 20-footer.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Outside Thomas. The feed now to Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And so here's Toronto. Here's Carroll. Another shot. Rejected by Crowder. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, so many great defenders in the NBA right now, Steve. And if you were in the league today, who would you least want to see as the player assigned to defend you?
A lot of these guys. Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard would be, I think, a nightmare, yeah.
I think Tony Allen would be one of those guys that I just said, well, please stop.
He's everything. He's tough. He's defensive-minded. He can score when he needs to. You know, he's a guy that will pick up some stuff here and there. Boy, his calling card is defense and toughness.
It is. It is.
He would be tough, wouldn't he?
It would.
He'd make you better if he was in practice against you every day, wouldn't he? Huh?
You like those type of guys if they're on your team.
Yes. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Joseph with the ball. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Passes it to DeRozan. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Well, no one's scoring off that screen. That was terrible.
Crowder kicks to Brown. Fires the three. The rebound by Ibaka.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
11 feet away, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Ibaka's got his first 2 points. And for the Celtics, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
And Corey Joseph has shown that he is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. Just runs the team perfectly. Smitty eats minutes, plays, solid defense, and keeps everything running smoothly with the second unit.
You need a floor general like Corey Joseph coming off the bench. Joseph is one of the best in the game at making that happen. Most teams would be happy with him as a starter.
The Raptors have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Now the dish to Valanciunas. Back to Joseph. On the wing to Rosen. It's hauled in by Brown.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. Two great competitors. Defense took it.
Boston again missing.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
Carroll passes to Joseph. Back to Carroll. Pass to Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Joseph dishes to Ibaka. 14 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter.
And with a slower than average shot release, sometimes Ibaka needs more room to fire off that jumper, but does a good job that time with a hand in his face.
Nice work there coming off the screen. Thomas got the game tied up here for Boston.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
That job of getting through screen is not pretty, but somebody has to do it.
Now here's DeRozan. 12 points for him. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. From deep. But they recover it. To the middle. Another shot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Horford.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside. The length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line. And you love the defense that Ibaka brings to the court every game. Provides big problems for his matchup with his length. Is good to block at least a couple shots every night, it seems.
They throw good. Serge Ibaka. And with Ibaka and his defensive presence, it's not only the blocks he gets, but the threat of blocks that makes him great.
That's a great point. You see a lot of very talented players start to hear footsteps when they get close to Ibaka. It isn't just that shot blocking that you mentioned. It's his help defense and ability also to defend on the perimeter. Also incredibly strong and very difficult to back down. No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
The rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Smart. Back to Crowder. Lots of room. Crowder with another miss.
And it's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Raptors.
You don't see them leaning too heavily one way or the other, striking a real nice balance between taking it inside and stretching the floor. That's always a sign for me of a well-coached team.
Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
Come to me, come to me.
And here is Joseph. He dishes it to DeRozan. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. DeRozan's got 6 points in the quarter.
One of his strong points, DeMar DeRozan, is so dependable when he gets to the mid-range. He knocks those down often.
Now here's Smart. Olynyk sets a screen for Crowder. It's deflected. It's stolen by Ibaka. Young against DeRozan. Here's Joseph. The offensive rebound. Top of the key, Ibaka. Here's Patterson. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Smart. Here's Young, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
And DeRozan, here we go. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Boston making some changes. Jerebko comes in for Al Horford. And it's Gerald Green in for Jay Crowder. Raptors also changing it up. Pirtle comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Powell in for Serge Ibaka. Smitty, you're a proud alum of Michigan State. Great school, great program. You contributed to help build the Clara Bell Smith Student Athletic Academic Center there on campus. One of the great facilities in all of college basketball. When you think back on your college experience, is the NBA's 1 year and out high school requirement enough, or would you like to see a change in that regard?
You know, I think it goes player by player, situation by situation, Kevin. I can speak for me. After 3 years, I was not ready, on the court or off the court.
That surprises me to hear you say that.
After 4 years, I thought I was ready pretty much on the court, but off the court, you're really never ready to have the challenges out of basketball.
So you like the 4 years. You thought that was huge for you playing.
For me personally, I like the 4 years.
And Toronto has possession after the basket by Boston. DeRozan passes to Patterson. It doesn't go for him.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's foul number 2 for him. Celtics trail by 4. Smart kicks to Green.
Honestly, I don't know how they cut into that lead with him missing so many shots.
Can't connect from 14 feet out. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Green's got his second bucket tonight.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Toronto's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on DeRozan.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt that could be a gigantic swing in momentum given how that sequence developed.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
That has to be the plan. Let's see if they recognize it.
Joseph, he scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
Well, he has to be able to use angles. He has to be a great finisher in tight spaces and to be able to throw his little body into the big guys.
Nice shot by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 6 here in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
Now Green, 7 points in the game. Just 3 on the clock. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Green's got 9 points.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Raptors lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, right there, and Shaquille O'Neal, he's right there. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 16 points, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Ernie, you see this Band-Aid I got on my wrist? You know why? Because they're fouling too much. It's tough to get going in transition when the other team's shooting free throws. And also, I think they've been caught out of position and have been reacting way too much defensively.
And in a matter of moments, they'll be starting the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. See you, folks.
A lot going on there as we welcome you back to Boston. That shot taken from the observation deck at the Prudential Center. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
Well, once you know that the only defense they can offer is fouling you, the game is yours.
Raptors with the lead. So the Raptors 5 right now. Joseph and DeRozan, the guard set. Ibaka is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Carroll in at the small forward. Ibaka dishes to DeRozan. Back to Ibaka, 5 to shoot. No good with the wing jumper.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the players Boston really wanted when they traded Rajon Rondo to Dallas a couple of years ago was Jay Crowder. And since Crowder arrived in Boston, he's been a culture setter. Arriving in the midst of a losing streak, he said, "I lost my mind. I pulled Coach Stevens to the side and asked him, what are we trying to do here?" And Crowder wasn't done. He went to the front office and to teammates. He said, "I play to win." Kevin, he'll accept nothing less.
Great stuff, DA. Thank you. For Boston, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. That free throw good from Brown. And when you talk about a player having an NBA-ready body, you want them to have the strength to compete with vets right off the bat. And make no mistake about it, Jaylen Brown has an NBA-ready body.
I'm just not sure the NBA is ready for him. I mean, he is a physical monster. Takes contact like defenders are insects and can still finish strong through the foul. Has a combo of speed, strength, length, and endurance that you rarely see from a player his age.
Now here's Joseph. Here's DeRozan. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. DeRozan's got 18 points.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
Picked by Horford. From deep, Thomas. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Ibaka kicks to Carroll. Up top, DeRozan. He's covered by Brown. Carroll passes to Ibaka. Back to Carroll. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And this is not how they wanted to start off the second half. Just 1 for 4 so far.
The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Picked by Horford. Thomas kicks to Horford. Good work there as it goes. He's got 9.
That was their 4th attempt at this half. They finally got one to go down.
Here's Carroll, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Boston.
Carroll doesn't get to the line too often, but he did a good job to draw the foul on that play.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. He's off on the first. He doesn't get the second one. They get a hand on it. For Boston, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming on the locker with the break. Brown dishes to Crowder. It's stolen by Carroll. Fast break, Toronto. Joseph, the pass to Ibaka. That shot off. Good work defensively by Horford.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
That's a shot he doesn't shoot very often. And now a 4-point Boston lead. The Raptors shooting 40% from the field. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
Picked by Horford. Thomas dishes to Johnson. But he stays with it.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
There's a screen. Joseph, the pass to Valanciunas. And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. He feeds it to Valanciunas. The shot, no good.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different ball game down low when this fella's lurking around.
To the middle. Here's Horford, and the rejection by Valanciunas. It's DeRozan with the drive. And Boston with the rebound. Brown's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
He's been on target all night, and that's helped the whole team.
Valanciunas with a screen on Brown. Joseph. And it's sent back by Horford. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And a look here at the shot chart.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
First one falls for. And so he hits both. Celtics leading by 4. Thomas kicks to Horford. Again, the miss by Horford.
If his shots were just a little more on point tonight, they'd be holding a much bigger lead right now.
The pass to Ibaka. To the inside from 10 feet out. From past the arc. Rebound Boston. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Raptors trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
DeRozan's shot is off. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his 5th foul. Norman Powell's checked in for Toronto. Boston with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And the dunk by Horford. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the shot is good.
The way he threw that pass with such ease on the run, that was a thing of beauty.
Celtics leading by 4. Thomas with the ball. 7 points in the game. Picked by Horford. Thomas kicks to Horford. That one, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And in a draft class full of great wing players, it is easy to sleep on Jaylen Brown, but he can become a great player. Has everything you want from a wing in terms of skill set and that physicality. He could have a ceiling just as high as anybody else in this draft.
The first free throw is good. And you look at Jaylen Brown. He can go at the rim, pull up to shoot, plays good D. If his jumper gets a little more consistent, he can be scary.
Yeah, and that is what this team was hoping for when they drafted him. Just looking at the areas that he needs to work on, they are all, I think, correctable things. He's going to put up a lot of highlights over the course of his career.
Here's Pop. Here's Carroll. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Shot by Crowder, no good. Raptors trail by 6. Dishes to Powell. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. Second, Jaylen Brown.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I gotta say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Boston making some changes. Olenek, he's checked in for Johnson. Urebko comes in for Al Horford. And it's Green in for Jay Crowder. And he makes both free throws. Celtics leading by 4. Outside Thomas. Screen by Olenek. A second chance effort. And that one is good.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Patterson's checked in.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Raptors trail by 7. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Young's checked in for Boston. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Olynyk. Takes a 3. Powell pulls it in.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3.
Patterson can't get it to go. Boston's gone into a slump here from 3-point range. Shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Green with the basket on the assist from Young. Green's got 12 in the game.
He might not be the first option to take that 3, but when he's that open, he can knock it down once in a while.
Kicks it to Powell. Tries a 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Boston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from 3-point land in the second half. Feeds to Smart. Back to Young. Here's the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Tucker. Clock at 6. Stolen by Smart. He kicks to Young. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's a 9-point Boston lead.
Excellent job working the ball around the court and into the paint for the easy-made shot. That's just great ball movement.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Foul on Boston. First one falls for. No good on the second free throw.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
On the wing, Green. There's the triple. Toronto grabs the miss. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And look at Pirtle effortlessly dropping the hammer on the D.
Celtics leading by 6. Now here's Smart. There's Green with the 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 5th assist in this one.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Option 1, 2, and 3 is to shoot the 3 ball, and they are shooting them from everywhere.
Now here's Patterson. He's got 11, and pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Green. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Green's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics. Toronto calls timeout.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls. And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Tucker. Averaging about 7 points, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And it's been a bit of a struggle for him. I mean, he can get down on himself at times. He's just got to keep working, and I think things will turn around.
Now here's Powell. Not going to go that time. Good defensive work there by Young. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he sinks the second. Raptors trail by 12. Now Powell. And Tucker has it in the corner. And again, no good by Toronto.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Mix up defensively, left him wide open from mid-range. That's a shot he needs to hit.
Now here's Powell. Nice shot by Poeltl. Poeltl's got 4 points this quarter.
When Poeltl gets the rock deep inside, the D is toast. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Had the layup. No one really contested him. Missed opportunity.
The feed to Powell. There's 1:54 left in the third. And Patterson kicks to Powell. Rejected by Young. And he recovers it. Tucker. And that one goes long. Celtics leading by 10. Here's Young. Again, Young missing.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Green, no luck. Raptors trail by 8. Powell with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Passes it to Tucker. They get the rebound. Here's Patterson. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What's up?
And Toronto making a change here. Joseph's checked in. .55 seconds left in the third. Smart with the ball. Screen by Olynyk. Smart dishes to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14.
And you got to give appreciation to how Poeltl punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
Raptors trail by 5. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Powell. He can't get that one to fall. Good defensive work there by Young. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Stolen by Joseph. One-on-one here. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 6.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Boston on top, up by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Hey, defense at the start of the quarter and the end of the quarter has been really good. Okay, it's been really good. Offensively, let's just keep moving that thing.
As calm as he can be, Brad Stevens did have one specific message. don't hold the basketball, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that will kill your offense. If you don't have a good look, move the ball. Maybe someone else does.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. Horford is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Brown. Then it's Thomas. And it's Johnson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston Five.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
I'm with you. I didn't think he'd get that one off in time, but his shot is so quick. He did.
Now here's Joseph. Over to the left wing. Carroll passes to DeRozan. Back to Carroll. The shot from 20 feet away. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Crowder. Thomas kicks to Brown. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. DeRozan. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. DeRozan's got 20 points.
Look at the focus in DeRozan's eyes on that shot. A guy right in his face, but he had no problem finishing it.
The screen from Brown. The three from Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
To tie it up. Here's Pirtle. Soft touch off the glass.
They caught the D in a rough spot and took advantage of them there.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Johnson the screen. From deep, Thomas. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Horford. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Here's DeRozan, screened by Valanciunas. Oh, the lob to Valanciunas. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
It is nice to have a big target like Valanciunas to throw the alley-oops to.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
DeRozan dishes to Pirtle. He misses his first shot of the contest after making his first 6. Brown right side. A 3-ball. That shot misses. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Pirtle sets the pick for DeRozan. Shot from 16. And Boston with the rebound. Crowder's got his 6th rebound on the night. Brown with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Offside Thomas. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. Back to Carroll. It's tipped. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, he's trying to help put the game out of reach. Instead, his poor shooting is keeping the other side in this.
Crowder, the pass to Thomas. Johnson against Valanciunas. And the basket by Johnson.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now, here's DeRozan to the paint. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
Thomas, a screen on DeRozan. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
That could be a game changer. That jam just sent shockwaves through the arena. The thing about setting screens, you have to be willing to sacrifice your body. It can't be half-hearted.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Wasted no time on that one. 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
And love how assured Brown looks taking these shots. His mid-range game is on point. He's squaring up like that.
Now, here's DeRozan. Here's Joseph. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And he knocks down the first one. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Pirtle. And Joseph drops them both. Celtics trail by 3. Here is Thomas. Johnson to screen. Here's Horford. Horford missing again.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And here is Joseph. Back to DeRozan. The shot from the low post is good. DeRozan's got 6 in the quarter.
I like that he's attacking this quarter and choosing his shots wisely.
Picked by Horford. Thomas kicks to Horford. Outer dishes to Horford. Misses in close.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. And you gotta respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
Raptors leading by 5. Now here's Joseph. Now Carroll. Shot from the wing. That one wide left.
Right now, he's trying to find the mark. Unfortunately, he's starting to feel a little bit desperate.
The screen from Brown. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
The Raptors have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Screen by Valanciunas. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Crowder pulls it in.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
All you ask for is execution, and those shots will fall later.
Celtics trail by 5. Brown outside. Thomas up top. The dish to Horford. Elbow shot.
And speed and effort level. 2 things that make Ibaka an outstanding defender. Yeah, he hasn't had much luck getting shots to fall here. Just 2 of 7 down the stretch.
Now here's Carroll. DeRozan with it. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Horford kicks to Thomas. It's stolen by DeRozan. One-on-one here. Corner shot. Shot by Joseph. No good.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Deflected by Carroll.
You could just see the reach that Carroll has on that defensive play. Nice block.
Thomas a screen. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Celtics passing it around. Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
You look at plays like that when you see just how far Valanciunas has developed in this league.
And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 7. Brown kicks to Horford. Pass to Thomas. All sorts of time. And it's Toronto with the rebound. And it's Carroll in the corner. Tries a 3. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Brown outside. Here's Horford. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Brown against DeRozan. And there's the pass to Carroll. Releases. That's short off the rim. Celtics trail by 5. Crowder, the pass to Thomas. Johnson outside. Here's Horford. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. 21 points for Al Horford.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
No doubt. As close as this game is, I think it's going to come down to which team controls the paint down the stretch.
Shot by Joseph. No good. Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land. 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. In the corner, Crowder with it. Brown outside. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Joseph dishes to DeRozan. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. Here's Valanciunas. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. Lets it fly from 18. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. DeRozan's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
He is still on fire. You had to figure he'd come back to earth a little bit tonight, but nope.
Brown outside. And the 3-ball is good. Brown's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And with Brown, it doesn't matter what point in the game it's at. He's ready to shoot whenever and wherever he has the ball in a good spot.
And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. The 3 from Thomas. And again, Boston with the triple. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Now here's Joseph. Here's DeRozan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. DeRozan's got 32 points in the game.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
How they let that happen, that is beyond me. Where is the fight? No easy baskets. Has to be their mentality on defense right now. .104 left in the 4th quarter.
Here's Carroll. Tries again. Sinks it.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
The difference is he wanted it. There was no way he was letting anybody else take that shot.
He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. Back to DeRozan. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Horford. From the inbound, DeRozan.
And Brown just using his big body well on defense. A physical player who does a great job of bothering shooters.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. No good on the three. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 1. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Is what you take.
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Patience is the key. Let's see what they come up with here.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here is Brown. Outside Thomas. This one for three. Count it!
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
I mean, these are daggers. When you start hitting threes in the fourth quarter, it really deflates the other team.
Here's Joseph. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Al, congrats. Tough game tonight. When do you think you guys really locked in and started taking control of the game?
It all started the second half. We didn't do a good job the first half. We let them hang around. But, you know, at least we reacted better the second half. This is one of those games that we just had to, you know, will our way to win this.
A lot of games like that, you have to kind of just grind out, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
Well, what I like about Al Horford is his basketball IQ, and that was on display tonight, guys. I mean, look, he has great understanding of the game for the power forward position. His skills and his smarts are unmatched.
Coming off a loss, the last thing they wanted was to drop back-to-back ball games. He made sure that would not happen. Love the gutsy effort he gave tonight, Ernie.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see ya.
Good night.